went into watching Surviving Mormonism with very little expectation, and I was impressed. This is a three-part series. Heather is having conversations with people who have left or distanced themselves from the LDS church after experiencing abuse. Each episode focuses on a different allegation, so she's having pretty in-depth conversations. She's not necessarily talking to a lot of people, but she is going really deep with the people that she talks to. Something I thought was a really important production decision is that Heather is not like interviewing these people. She is asking clarifying questions, but she is really there trying to have a conversation. And she's also continuing her role as a narrator to the audience. Now, something I found really interesting is that we know Heather through her book and on Real Housewives to be like exposing the LDS church to the general public. However, throughout this series, she continues to make comments of how deep she was in her religion and what she would have needed to wake up. Her commentary, her framing is that the audience for this show is not necessarily the general public, but rather people who are still with the church. When this show was announced, I did make a video talking about it, and I thought that it was going to be more similar to Leah Remini's Scientology series. I think that audience intention of like trying to reach people still with the church is a major difference. Heather even makes a comment like in the beginning of the first episode about her nails not being done, and she's like, well, the docuseries viewers are not the same as the Housewives viewers. I do think a docuseries spin-off is novel. I think it's a good idea, and I think it makes a lot of sense for Heather's brand. Conversations were really in-depth. Like, this was an emotional watch. I'm curious if they'll do more, if Heather looks to like pivot this into something else. If you've watched it, let me know your thoughts.